Over 12 years ago, my dad would gather his three sons in the parlor and using a broomstick, he would show us how easy it is to break one single broomstick and how difficult it is to break a whole bunch of broomstick. Now, I didn't really understand what the hell he was trying to teach us. I mean, we were very young. Our minds were too young to grasp, the entire idea. But he kept doing the same practical over and over again, so many times, until eventually it stuck. In recent times, I have looked back at the things my father taught us and discovered that that annoying lesson was an attempt to keep us in unity. He was teaching us something, the power of unity. Divided we fall, but united we stand. And this principle holds true for so many areas of life, and I dare say so many, in fact, all areas of life. Whatever you do is stronger if you do it with an unbreakable team. Even if that team is just you and one person, the key word is unbreakable. I've seen so many people struggle. Listen, because they were struggling alone. Every journey is just easier when you're working on it with a team. There is more accountability, there's more feedback. If you guys are both serious about one goal and you guys complement each other, I mean, when it comes to teamwork, I have a rule of thumb that you should both not be doing the same thing, else you're not going to get anywhere. For example, if you want to start an agency, you want to do it with people who complement your skills. If you are a salesperson and a writer, you want to get a designer, someone who can bring your, ideas to life. Because eventually, you're going to have to, you're going to have to pick a focus. And because running anything worthwhile would have so many different things to focus on, you would need to do it ultimately with a team. Else, it's just going to be much more frustrating, to run. And yes, there's an African proverb that, sums it up. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, walk with a team. I mean, speaking about my dad, though, he was annoyed with my two younger brothers because they didn't pass jump or they couldn't pass jump as of that period. And that's why HammetLabs built an AI teacher that prepares you for the scary jump examinations. So help wipe the tears of so many kids who are unable to pass jump by sharing this link, jamb.hammetlabs.com. That is jamb.hammetlabs.com. Hammet with a double M. They get access to a WhatsApp AI teacher that teaches them and prepares them for jump. Anyways, I strongly believe that the attacks of Satan in the lives of men centers around making sure they are isolated. Sin, depression, bad habits, all wrongdoing thrives in secrecy. And so Satan would have won if you could frame your life circumstances in a way that you continue to live in secrecy or you despise humanity, you despise humans, I mean, especially if we're talking about the people who have once given you strength. So if he wants to weaken you, he will cut you from anything that can strengthen you. And I can assure you that one of the ways you are strengthened as a person is through people. People will compliment you, people will teach you, people would learn lessons for you, like show you the things you're doing wrong and show you some of the things the lessons they have learned that you might want to learn before you experience what made them learn the lesson, you know. If you don't want to become a shadow of your former self, you really need to think about people and how you, as a person, can become a person of value to people so that they feel like they owe you. So one of my main rule of thumb when it comes to networking is don't just network and add value. When you add value to people, they begin to feel like they owe you. And that's a good feeling because when people feel like they owe you, whenever you are in a need that they can solve, they would solve it because they feel like they owe you. So you want to just add value to people, not just take advantage of them. As much as you need people, as much as you need to work with a team, you need to be the kind of person that people want to work with. You have to be the kind of person that always gives out value. Like you're just known for giving out value. And again, when it comes to team and collaboration, you should trust no man easily because most people do not love you and they're trying to use you for their own benefits before dumping you. However, it shouldn't change who you are as a person. When people hurt you, when people do a lot of hurtful things to you, it could just be that life is trying to test you and test if you are willing to go through the reality of working with people. And if you pass that test, you would eventually reap the benefits of relationships. You become wiser anyways. You become able to spot thieves, spot greedy people, and all of that. So if you've been a victim of greed, disappointment, gossips, backstabbings, and more, I speak from experience when I say that that is a normal part of life. As long as you will deal with people, you will face the pain of lack of loyalty and all of those things. I've suffered many losses on multiple businesses and investments so many times that I just wanted to abandon anything that has to do with building relationships because here's the truth. Most people you're going to meet are not going to be trustworthy. Let that sink in. 90% of people you will meet won't be trustworthy. So let's count it on my fingers. There are 10 fingers. Out of 10, every 10 people you meet, 9 are not trustworthy. Only 1 would be trustworthy. And so for the sake of 9 bad people, would you ignore the one that can multiply your efforts? Especially because you can't do everything on your own if you want to really obey the rule of focus. Focus is literally one of the foundations of success. Nobody became successful without focus. If you want to do everything on your own, fine. But just know that you're going to be much slower, much faster if you can work with people.